Hello everybody. Hi, it's nice to see you again. My name is DIY Bronwyn and I am coming at you live on tape. I don't know why I say that. But I hope you guys are all doing really well. I'm here because, oh my fucking god, somebody tried to off Donald Trump. That's terrible. I really didn't like him all that much years ago, I gotta be honest, but he's grown on me over the years. And that somebody tried to kill him is kind of disgusting to me, to be honest. And the worst thing about it, you don't even want to know what the millennials are saying. And Jack Black, I mean, are you gonna cancel yourself? Oh, you canceled yourself. Yep, you did it. You're a dumbass. He basically was like, you missed. And everybody's, you missed. This is just beyond despicable to me. Despicable. Who gets excited that he got shot? Like, who's excited about that? Who in their right mind, I should say? And even, you know, I gotta say, like, I follow politics on both sides, but Biden's an asshole. Yeah, he's out there saying, oh, we should unite and everything. Really? That's not what you were saying a little while ago when you were saying that he deserves a bullseye on him. What did you mean by that? Well, would that be you inciting an insurrection? Or worse, would it be you inciting a murder of your opponent? Political. Oh, that's bad. That's really, really, really fucking bad. Don't you think? Don't you think that's bad? I think people need to think a whole lot more about who's running our countries and what they have in mind and in store for us in the years to come. And we need to really, really, really see what they actually represent. And as far as I can see, I'm just really glad that, you know, Trump is okay, and that maybe if they're smart, they'll vote him back in. But there's too many jerk-offs over there. I wouldn't be able to tell you. Like, who's on the Biden team at this point? Are you fucking kidding me? He can't construct a sentence to save his life. He's like, I have one word for you. No word, just good. You know, like extra weird words that don't make any sense and all that. And I'm not even trying to be mean. If somebody shot him, I'd feel the same way. You don't shoot people. That's not how you solve shit. That isn't the way to do it. But for people to get on purpose, to record themselves live on social media and say, oh, you missed. There's this one kid, you had one job, and he's like fucking pissed right off. He's like, seems like he's crying at the end of it. Like, are you kidding me? What the fuck did anybody ever do to you? What did Trump do to you, you 16-year-old little jerk off in your bedroom wanking off to your own? In any case, I'm just saying, and I've had teenage sons. I'm just gonna say, not sons, but one. But yeah, and now I have another young man. But anyways, I mean, we know, you know, like the weirdest shit goes on in the bedrooms of people. But when he's in there taping himself saying, oh, you should have shot Trump and you shouldn't have missed, and he was just like so animated about his pissed offness that Trump lived, like, and how could you miss? You had one job, like, and then it was on and on and on from there. There was more than that. There was creator after creator being absolutely disgusting and saying this about Trump being shot. And I only just found this out today. Yesterday, I saw a hole in his fucking ear. There was a certain camera angle, and I saw a through and through on his upper ear right in here in the cartilage. And you could see the other side, like you might as well say, whistling in the wind. It was that fucking close to his brain, he could be dead. It would have went right into his artery and he'd be dead. It would have went into his eye, into his brain. The trajectory, thank God, was off. But not for the person that died protecting his daughters. I bet you he doesn't think it was a good day. And I bet you he thinks, you know, something about you saying that this is a bad thing that people missed. Yeah, he missed. He missed, and he shot an innocent dad trying to protect his kids. Yeah, that's what you say on the fucking social media. Maybe social media, some people should be banned from it. Like, you have to think about what you say, for sure. For sure. I mean, and I'm a big mouth. Don't get me wrong. I say all kinds of shit, and I swear, and I do my thing. But I do not think it's okay to come on, and I saw The orange is the new black star. The one that's got the really, really short do. And I don't watch that show. I just happen to know that she's the orange in the new black, blah, 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 is the new black show. She's a little bitch. I couldn't believe it. Like, she was on there, like, you know, he just needs to go. You know, like, somebody just, like, do it. Like, I can't recall her exact words, but it was like, did you just say that? And this was before he got shot. And I even said to somebody somewhere that I'm worried because he doesn't seem to have that much security, and I had no idea that he was still covered by Secret Service. But if those are Secret Service, they're like the... Oh, oh my God. She was putting on her fucking sunglasses. It's not a fucking photo op, bitch. You're trying to protect the guy behind you that's been shot. And, as I said before, some little tidbit I didn't know, he also got shot in the rib. Good thing he wears a bulletproof vest. You go through the rib on a certain part, you're into the heart, you're dead. You hit your liver, you're dead. Like, there's just organs you can't hit without killing somebody. And you know what? I think God was with him, and I think that it's because he believes in God that people don't like him, and I think that's ridiculous too. And I know he's made some stupid moves in his life, and he's just a man, okay? He's not God. He's not somebody that should be revered, and yet, God love him. I just love the guy. What can I say? When I first saw him on like, you know, You're Fired or whatever that fucking show was, I can't even remember the name of it. That's how little it meant at the time to me. But he was like, oh, that guy. And then it was, you know, grab him by the pussy. I was like, did he just fucking say that? Meanwhile, he thought he was talking to a good old boy, Billy Bush, on the thing, who had secret, recording of the guy. In any case, everybody's been trying to, like, take this guy down for years, and the whole time Biden's been in there, he's been trying to prosecute the shit out of Trump. Meanwhile, they're the most corrupt people in the White House ever. His son, his wife, his daughter talking about showers with dad. Oh my God. That's just disgusting. Like, what was going on behind closed doors because you were a politician? I just really I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't look good. And like, why would Hunter be allowed in the briefing rooms and in discussions with the President of the United States? What the fuck does a former blah blah do inside a government office? He's nobody. The only thing he can do is prop his dad up. I mean, I don't see the point. He's not a politician. He has no good, exciting, thoughts on things. We don't want to see his finger paintings like the other on Sky News. It's like, we don't care what you have to offer, Hunter. You shouldn't be in that room. You're nobody. You're like, and not to say that he's nobody. I'm just like, you're nobody in politics, so you need to be surrounding yourselves with the right people. I think that he should be more inclined to think about his medication levels, old Biden there, and what they're giving him before certain press conferences. Because I saw one recently, and he was doing that old speech about the beaches getting stormed and all the people that fought and died. And he seemed really good that day. He really did. So he must have had like a higher dose of something. I mean, they must have injected him right before he went on there to do that, because he looked really good. Either that, or he's a clone. Because the one guy looks like old as fuck, and then there's the other picture of Joe Biden, and he looks not too bad. And you're like, is one real and one's fake? Or is one guy wearing a mask and he's pretending to be? Like, anymore, you wouldn't know. AI can do everything. It's ridiculous. It's startlingly ridiculous. It's scary ridiculous. And, I mean, if they can clone a phone and make it look like they're a bank calling you, what if they can make it look like a movie star is calling you? Because you know what? TikTok, everybody knows that you're all full of shit. And if you don't know they're all full of shit, they're full of shit. They're full of shit to their eyeballs. It's amazing. And they're like, I get a Brad Pitt and a Keanu Reeves pretty much regularly. And I'm always like, call me. Like, yeah, right. So, you know what I mean? And then I saw this one thing on the AI, and you can basically put their face, and you're over here on the other screen, you're talking, and you're saying the words, and your facial expressions are even being put onto the AI that looks like this star, Keanu or whatever. And they can do it to anybody. If they can do it to any star, and they can do it to anybody, then they can be corrupt. They could be lying through their teeth about all kinds of things. Nobody would ever know. And I want to know, when the hell are we going to have an election here in Canada? Because I'm getting fed the fuck up with this Trudeau bullshit. And like, so where was he? What was it? An event, an Indian event. I didn't think that he was very well received in the Indian community anymore after his loudmouth allegations and stuff. I don't know. I just think that he's grasping at straws. And I mean, I just kind of wish we had somebody like Paul Lievert already in power, because we need it. We needed it yesterday. We needed it 4 fucking years ago. We didn't need it yesterday. We needed it years ago. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. I'm Canadian, and I support this mess. No, I'm Canadian, and I love my country. But all I've seen is he's done is take right after right after right away from us. We can't say anything about, anything, because if we do, we'll get in trouble, and I don't even know what could happen. Like, I know that they say that they could put you in jail for saying what they call hate speech. So, but what the government deems as hate speech, that's an issue for me, because that's how communists and the lockdowns start and stuff. Like, you can't say, oh, you can't say those words. That's ridiculous. In our human language, we should be able to express ourselves in any which way we want, as long as we're not hurting somebody. And calling for somebody like that girl from the Orange is the New Black that I was touching on, she basically is calling for him to be dead. And like, maybe it wasn't even her. Like, maybe the AI's on that too, right? I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't her, because that was not a good look. But Jack Black, you were live. You're fucked now. You're fucked now. Oh my God. There's some really cool people from Canada that I wanted to tell you about too. Joss Bedard, she's on here. She's amazing. And of course, the Charlotte Dobre, you know her. And I wanted to also introduce you to this guy that I've recently come across named Douglas Murray. And I call him the Douglas Murray because he is on point with all the stuff that's happening with the radical Islam coming to Britain, coming to the UK, coming to a shore near you soon, Ireland. I mean, and the stats are overwhelming. The violence is going up. The rapes are going up. It's scary, scary, scary. So we desperately need change in our government. But even though I don't like Trudeau, like at all, he's a husband and a father. Would I wish him dead? Fuck no. Who would do that? Who in their right mind would go on camera and say, you should kill this fucker as soon as you can, because so he won't be able to beat Biden. If you think that Biden can't be or can be beaten by anybody, then put up a better person in, like, get a better Democratic member of parliament or whatever you call it there. Fuck. No, that's ours. House of Representatives, that's theirs. Okay. So you get yourself a better candidate. He is on his last legs. You can't just pump him full of like Adderall and send him out everywhere. He was doing this. He was, I call this the Raptor. He was walking around stage like this. Like, he looked like he was like, I don't know, had like an issue where he couldn't put his hands down properly. So like, get somebody in power who's young enough to lead, and if not young enough, has enough vigor and vim and spunk like Donald Trump. Get him back in. You people are lost without him right now. I personally, if I was an American, I would vote for him. He's a businessman. He's got a lot of heads up on stuff like that. He did brilliant work financially when he was in there. So you cannot fault him on that. And your country's floundering, and how fucking bad. And so is ours because of Trudeau. Believe me, I know. Sorry, I got an itch. Oh my God. Itchy itch. Not Richie Rich, itchy itch. I know I shouldn't be drinking this stuff. But, you know, maybe this is what keeps me young. I'm preserving myself from the inside. I'm just a jack-off. Oh, that's so good, though. I have no idea what chemicals are in here. But speaking of chemicals, have you seen the fruit? The stretchy bananas, the wonky watermelon, the berries that are made out of plastic, or they look like rubber. That one mom said she got in her kids' yogurt. There's these videos going around, people showing this food. It really does look like it's been printed? Like, is it fake food printed on a printer press? This one woman was washing a watermelon and the skin was coming off. I've never seen that. I'm 58 years old and I have never seen watermelon skin peel off a watermelon, unless, say, it's been sitting in a wet spot, and then maybe you get a little bit of slippage. But this is a different thing. Avocados don't twist. They squish and they cream. They're soft. They're not hard. They're not rubbery. And the one I saw, she was twisting it, and it was hard. I just figured out. Check it out. I just figured out. I've been on YouTube for so fucking long. I just figured out my Galaxy, Samsung, whatever, yeah, can do screen recording. So I might be able to do reaction videos now. Yay! Without having to pay for a subscription to a company that has like banned me and done mean things to me. And so I haven't really wanted to give them my money. And, you know, maybe I'll get famous and I won't let them be my channel of choice anymore either. You never know, because that happens a lot on here too. I don't like it. So, I don't know what the fuck I was going to say, but it's been like 15 minutes. I'll let you go. You got stuff to do. Me too. I got a garden I got to plant, because I ain't eating that fucking fruit. Have you seen that? The banana was stretchy. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Sorry, God. Sorry. But, yeah. Check your fruit. Check yourself. Check your wife. Check your kids. Oh my God. Just have a blessed day, as they say. But oh no, I'm a white person. I'm not allowed to say that, because that's me having my white privilege, which is another thing. It's killing me. Are you kidding me? It's mean. The people are so mean to the whites anymore. Us whites got to start sticking up for ourselves or something. But we couldn't possibly have a white club, because then that would be Nazis. Even though it wouldn't be. It would just be white breads like me and you and soft doughy bitches and talking about the weather in this politics we're having. God. Weather. Oh, weather. Reminds me, this is going to be a little bit longer. Okay, so what the fuck is with these targeted storms? And what is also with them trying to dispel the myth that anything blue doesn't get burnt by a laser, when we all know what happened in Hawaii, and we all don't believe anything they say, and we all know that we saw something that looked like a beam of light on that property. So something was either being beamed down or beamed up. Something was happening. So there were, excuse me, I don't know what happened there. There were strategic fires. There were strategic police placed so people couldn't leave and be safe. There were, you know, like the weather, they could basically make a storm in a couple of hours, because they've got the technology. And if somebody says they don't, they're full of shit. And then if they don't know it, then they're kind of naive too. I don't know what to tell you. Anything you see in a movie, they've already thought of, and it's been around for probably 10 years. Not even joking. But like the weather machines, maybe not, but they've got ways. And they do put the stuff in the skies. They definitely do that. The chemtrail thing is real. And you can see the straight lines, and then they puff out and they make these big clouds. They're either cloud seeding, or they're spraying us, or they're spraying our environment with other different things that they're not telling us. Why? Okay, we know Bill Gates, the ghoul, wants to block out the sun. Why do you want to block out the sun? What the fuck did the sun ever do? And why is it some people have like 2 suns? They're getting these like crazy things going on in our solar systems, like, that just don't make any sense. Like, they're taking a picture and there's a sunset on one side, and then they pan over, and you can see that they're panning over, they're going over just to another area in the same setting, and there's the real sunset. So how are there 2 suns in the area, in the same area? How are there 2 suns? Period. Oh, and last one I'll leave you with is, I heard when they went on the moon that they dinged it. They dinged it. But they did. They dinged it. Boom. And it made this hum for, I can't recall 100%, but I think it was as long as an hour to 4 hours that the ring was, you could hear the ring, the resonation of it. It was like a really cool fact that you got from one of these, it was an astronaut. It wasn't just, I'm just taking any old guy's word for it. Like when these astronauts who say they've been to space, have they really been to space? Are we in a firmament? Is the world on 4 corners? Is the world, check this out, is the fucking map that we see of our globe, because I was watching Barry's stuff this morning. He's awesome too. You gotta watch him. And the globe that we see could just actually only be in effect a quarter of what actual landmass exists on this plane or this area of the earth, or I don't know what you would say it. How could you only be knowing one area? But then the theory was that showed on Barry's show, or Barry's channel, was that the what was it? The other outer ridges are so cold, they're always in like a permafrost or permafreeze. So they're no good because you can't live there. It's too harsh of an environment. Or they're lying and it's beautiful and they're all going there on vacation and they're just not telling us. Fuckers. And there's oceans beneath our oceans. That's cool. And there might be even one above us if we live in a firmament. So just some cool things to ponder. Happy Monday. I didn't get doing a whole thing all weekend, so I figured I should do a video today. And I think I'm going to keep it long for a while. I don't know, I kind of like it. What do you guys think? Oh yeah, check out all the great creators online, and just give them a like and give them some love, all the people that are online. And you can give me some love, and you can give me some subscribers too. I don't know what's going on. I've been pissing somebody. This one person's mad at me. I keep getting 89, 90, 89, 90, 90, 89. So somebody's like, yeah, I just gotta unsubscribe from her today, so I have like 89 again. And I'm like, shit, what happened? What happened? I lost somebody. What happened? Clear. I'll bring you back. Anyways, have a lovely day. Enjoy the rest of the time out in the sun today. And I heard the sun's good for us, so maybe we should have a little bit of it. And maybe we shouldn't put all those chemicals on our skins, because maybe that's the stuff that's making us sick. My dog died of cancer, and she was only dosed, over 10 years, 10 times, right? So every year you get that fucking poison out and you squeeze it on your baby, and then you wonder why they got all these tumors and stuff when they're like 9 and 10. You find out they're so sick, and you're like, what is going on? I have a new thing. My dog keeps itching and stuff, but I haven't seen a flea. So I'm trusting that this is working. It's a natural, this isn't sponsored, but it's a natural collar. You can size it. It's got little not rings, but ridges that you squeeze it through so that it won't come undone unless you're purposefully undoing it. But it's made of all natural ingredients. There's no pesticides. There's nothing bad, and it's all natural. Like probably like chrysanthemum and a couple of different things like geraniums. There's a lot of flowers and natural things, and eucalyptus and things like that. They can actually repel animals and insects. So same thing for the fleas and the ticks. So oh my god, I was bathing my dog this morning, or well, actually not that long ago. I was bathing her and I felt something. I'm like, oh no, she's got a fucking tick. No, it was her boob. It was one of her teats or whatever. I was like, oh no, and I went like that, and I'm like looking underneath her going, oh, and then I'm like, oh, okay, stupid. That's okay. You don't have to burn the tick off now. Shit. I was not looking forward to that. Last night, we were out for a walk. Last night I saw, and I saw it before the little Miss dog did. Otherwise, we might have been stinky, because I saw a baby squirrel. They're the cutest thing in the world. Reminds me of when I watched Bambi, and there was Thumper the rabbit, and then there was Flower, the little flower skunk. And I'll just end with that, because that's just a sweet memory for me. And then they killed Bambi's mother, and I cried. All right, guys, bye. I'm leaving now. I know, I just never stop talking. Bye. Bye. I love you. Bye-bye. Subscribe.